Medicines, if we talk about medicines, I think you all know, for majority of the medicines, in order to buy majority of the medicines, we need prescription, right? Or do you think that are there any medicines that does not require prescriptions, or is it just that here we know this people, we know this pharmacist, and because of that they give us without prescriptions? Those drugs, not all drugs require medicines, they are drugs, right? Not all drugs, not all medicines, they require prescriptions. Majority of them do, but some of them do not. So those medicines which don't require prescriptions, they are called as OTC, over the counter. Okay, over the counter drugs, they do not require prescription. You can just go. It's not because that the pharmacist is having a good cordial relationship with you and therefore he or she is providing you without prescription. It's not that case. Actually, certain medicines don't require prescription at all. I think many of you have brought paracetamol without prescription, but actually paracetamol requires prescription as of now. But here, because paracetamol is an emergency kind of thing or whatever purpose, especially if I have to say, I'm originally from Guwahati. If I am in Guwahati, if I want paracetamol, there they will give me without prescription. But now for my work-related purpose, I'm here in another place. I'm in Dibrugarh town of Assam, far away from Guwahati. Almost it takes 10 hours from Guwahati. Yes, 10 hours of journey from Guwahati to Dibrugarh. So I'm far away from my home. And here, if I want to buy any kind of paracetamol, here in this locality, we are having huge numbers of pharmacies. I don't know why. I have never seen such a scenario in Guwahati itself. Guwahati, although it's a city, I have never found these kind of pharmacy here. If I just go out, it's like a line everywhere. There is pharmaceutical shops, and I don't understand how they are running the business. Every shops are having the same kind of medicines and still they're running this business successfully. Okay, so here if I have to buy the paracetamol, they require prescription. That means prescription is important for paracetamols, and especially after COVID-19, if you see, initially there were a lot of places who were giving paracetamol without any prescriptions, but especially after COVID-19, in order to track the people, they started giving paracetamol. They stopped giving paracetamol without prescription, because in general paracetamol is having certain kind of things. There are lots of side effects, although we pop up the pill, lots of side effects are there. But interestingly, now the central government is thinking of making the paracetamol OTC. Till date, paracetamol is not an OTC. You require prescription. Some places give without prescription. That's a different case. But the central government is thinking of certain kind of things by which they can make paracetamol a kind of OTC, over-the-counter medicine. But since lots of side effects are there, for that purpose, the government is thinking of writing the cautions there. Yes, the side effects. So if you take paracetamol, this kind of side effects will be there. But what do you think? Will it be beneficial even if we write? No, right? Because of course, paracetamol, we don't pop up paracetamols without any cause. Even only if there is fever, we pop up, we will take the pill. But there are some people, even I have a friend here, who without even fever, if he feels that he's getting some kind of cold, I'm an allergic person, I'm used to allergic, I will be like under cold and cough, I will be having this very frequently. If I'm getting exposure to cold, I actually require some kind of warm kind of things. And my friend, on the other hand, a little bit of cold without any fever, popping up of paracetamol, which is not good actually, right? Because of certain kind of side effects. So for minimal kind of things, popping up of these tablets are not at all feasible. You should actually look into the side effects. Just like people who are used to smoking, there in the packet, it will be written smoking is injurious to health. Am I right? There will be written, forget about the packet. Even if you are looking at any kind of films, movies, or any kind of web series, whatever you are looking at the Indian television, there will be a disclaimer written in the below. Disclaimer, smoking is injurious to health. But who actually listens? No one, right? So that's the problem here. Now, I would like to give some examples of OTC. Someone has given me the example of Dispirin. Similarly, if Dispirin is an example, similarly, we also have aspirin as painkillers. Dispirin, aspirin as painkillers. For grabbing these painkillers, we don't want any kind of prescription. You are having severe headache, you can go, you can buy this kind of painkillers. So, good example, right? Do we require prescription for No, will be showcasing in their advertisement, right? High acidity, take you can eat anything you want. Lots of advertisements will be there. So you might feel it's like a hajmola, but no, is a medicine. It's an antacid that will try to reduce your acidic content. Similarly, for allergy, antihistamines are being prescribed. Antihistamines are required in order to subside the allergy. One very common example for allergy, anti-allergic medicine is the Benadryl. I don't know how many of you have heard, but it's one of the most common anti-allergic, Benadryl. Similarly, anti-allergic, it's just one example. We have cetirizine, we have levocetirizine, this kind of anti-allergic medications. If you want to buy this kind of things, we don't want any prescriptions, right? So these are some perfect and one of the best examples of over-the-counter kind of medicine.